I've just purchased the best Chromebook I've ever used, the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5A Chromebook Plus. If you are in the market for a Chromebook, here's why you need to run out and grab this one right now. From the early days of Acer's Chrome OS and browser netbooks to the high-end Google Pixelbook and Pixel Slate, I've experienced the evolution of Chromebooks firsthand. Most recently, the Lenovo Duet 3 has been my go-to for its compact size and versatility. However, I wanted a less expensive device than my MacBook Pro M2 for travel and non-video editing work-related tasks. The Chromebook Plus options I had narrowed down to included the Asus CX34 for $399 and the Lenovo Flex 5i for $499. I've had both of these in a cart for several months waiting for price drops. Recently, the Flex 5i dropped from its $499 MSRP to $369. That was less than the Asus CX34, but includes a ton more features. This amazing deal may not last, so I recommend acting fast, and here's why. By the way, full disclosure, I'm not a Lenovo or Best Buy affiliate and get no kickbacks if you purchase. I'm sharing because of pure enjoyment of this device. So here's why I think this device is a great Chromebook. My Duet 3 uses a capable ARM processor, but the Flex 5i is equipped with a 13th gen Intel i3-1351U. This is a small upgrade from the Asus CX34's 12th generation processor, and I've already been very pleased with its performance. This Chromebook handles daily tasks seamlessly. I've not seen one hiccup in my use of the device for either Chrome OS or Linux tasks. More on Linux a bit later. Battery life is decent but not outstanding. This is the only drawback to the device. Under normal use, I get about 8 hours. I recommend keeping a charger handy for extended use, and I have a link for the one I use in the video description below. Lenovo still includes a big, bulky brick with 2 cables out of each side. What is this, the 1990s? In the video description, you'll also find a link to the case I use for this Lenovo. It's a great messenger bag with plenty of storage. While you're checking out those links, don't forget to hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. You can also find information to send me a thanks or to support the channel. A 1920 by 1200 pixel display with 300 nits brightness offers great view angles and versatility. An advantage over the Asus CX34 is the Lenovo is also a touchscreen. The convertible design allows you to fold back the screen and use the device as a pretty thick tablet. Grab a non-included USI pen and you can write notes on the screen. For movies, use the device in tent mode. Lenovo is known for their laptop keyboards. While not up to par with a ThinkPad keyboard, this one is comfortable and includes a backlight. Now, I've seen reviewers online say you can't modify the brightness of the keyboard. That's incorrect. You can use Control plus brightness keys to dim or make the backlight brighter. Lenovo adds a large trackpad right in the center where you want it. Both of these features are huge improvements over the smaller Lenovo Duet 3. I've paired the Flex with a Logitech Pebble Bluetooth mouse for desktop sessions, and I love that combination. Waves Max Audio Pro technology enhances your audio experience for videos, movies, and music. It's some of the best sound I've heard on a Chromebook, with the best being on the Pixel Slate, which included some spatial capabilities. For exceptional audio, though, consider pairing the Flex with Bluetooth headphones or buds, or use the included headphone jack. The Flex includes a variety of ports for connectivity, though the absence of an HDMI port means you might need a dongle for certain connections. It includes an aforementioned headphone jack, one USB-A, two USB-C, one Kensington security, and a micro SD card slot. Google promises 8 years of extended security and feature support for these new Chromebook Plus devices. Heck, I doubt I'll even keep the device that long, but I do appreciate this long-term support. It means this device will receive user interface and AI features to Chrome OS for years to come. I mentioned Linux earlier. The i3 Intel processor means we get an extensive selection of software when we install Linux. I use Obsidian and have vaults for both the paying gig and my content creation. Flatpak made it easy to install Obsidian, and I keep my vaults synced with my MacBook Pro via Google Drive. No Obsidian subscription required. Hey, here's a tip. Make sure you have offline sync enabled for your vaults on Google Drive. To get the moniker Chromebook Plus, devices must feature an Intel i3 or later processor, a minimum of 8 GB of RAM, a minimum 128 GB SSD, a full HD camera, and a noise-canceling microphone. This allows the Chromebook to use those fancy new AI features such as camera color, camera light adjustments, Google Photos Magic Eraser, and a few others. Google promises more great AI features, but only on Chromebook Plus models or those Chromebooks that meet the minimum standards. I can't wait to see Bard or Gemini replace Google Assistant. I upgraded my tech game with the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i Chromebook Plus Gen 7, and I'm telling you, not only is it a mouthful, it's a game changer to my on-the-go productivity. Chrome OS has come a long way, and I'm excited about its future. This device will allow me to experience that future. Hey, want more? Check out my review of the Google Pixel tablet for another innovative Google device I use on a regular basis. And if you're looking for even more portability, check out my video on the Clockwork U console. Thanks for watching, and as always, retroCombs out.